It's happening again.
Pitopatami milata katiki puletica, c'est pas la joie des mitocalana moule macarena. Paoletus pas beau patimele, c'est pas macagusta, mamie les belles, mais la moustache et la picamucha. Moka coca pila caca fisa bella la masala, papa mama loca pipa pola guspa codamila toca boca pisa la lasagna. Chica la poma capompa bella mira la Polonia. Chica la poma capompa bella mira la Polonia. Chica la poma capompa bella mira la Polonia. Chica la poma capompa bella pota mira la Polonia.
It's bad. Okay, that might be a little harsh. It's not terrible, but to say it in Gru's words...
I like it, but not a lot. I don't like it.
We all have things that we just don't like. Things that most people enjoy quite a bit, but for some reason it's just not for you. And for me, that's Minions. I'm afraid that I'm forever scarred after that Minions movie. And when I was attending the screening of Illumination's latest movie, The Secret Life of Pets, just last summer, completely unsuspecting, they threw those Moa minions in my face. But to start with the positive, at least for me, there are far less minions in the third installment of Despicable Me. Like in the first movie, they are back in the position of side characters, which is way more fitting. I know that many people like or even love those little guys, but I'm certainly not among them. But I did like the first Despicable Me movie back in 2010. I gave it a solid 7 out of 10, but the sequel was already down at 5 for me. So let's see where this one will end up. Let's start with the positive again. Right at the beginning, we are being introduced to our new antagonist, Balthazar Brett, voiced by the amazing Trey, who's best known as one of the two masterminds behind South Park. In best Pink Panther fashion, he's after a giant flashy diamond. And he's pretty flashy himself, because this character is someone who had a popular show as a child actor in the 80s, which was cancelled when he entered puberty, and now he's grown up, balding and all, and he's still living that show's persona. An evil Brett. His character design is a lot of fun just by itself, and Parker's voice acting is as well. I like the idea of a man-child from the 80s a lot, but I thought it was disappointing how loosely he's connected to Gru. Instead, they try to establish another strong connection, that between Gru and his new discovered twin brother, Drew, who is also voiced by Steve Carell. Like in any other good comedy, he's quite the opposite from our main protagonist. He has long golden hair, is charming, cheerful and way more successful than Gru. But deep down he's admiring him and his villainous past. First I thought there was a lot of potential with that storyline, but to be honest I didn't find Drew all that charismatic or likable, and Gru, as much as I like Steve Carell, was beginning to get on my nerves as well. Or let's say, his whole stick got tired, and so got the whole Despicable Me franchise for me. Overall I didn't laugh more than 10 times, because the movie simply doesn't have that many jokes. Most of the comedy comes from just being silly. I don't think they succeeded in adding new layers for the characters. While Gru is having a little adventure with Drew, Kristen Wiig's character Lucy tries to get into that new mother role. For me the movie was missing anything fresh or exciting, and I really don't have that much to say about it, which is a shame. Of course the animation looks great, and as a big admirer of very fast Looney Tunes cartoons, I hoped I could enjoy this more, but I simply didn't. It's not the worst animated movie, not by a long shot, but I think it's very forgettable. In German I'd say...
Finde ich gut, wenn auch nicht sehr. Finde ich gar nicht gut.
I give Despicable Me 3 5.5 out of 10. It's more like 5.6, but I don't do that. There's a new segment I introduced recently. Whenever a movie scores less than 6, I give you 3 better flicks. Number 1 is Shaun the Sheep movie, which is told completely without words, and it's fun and also quite emotional. Number 2 is Claudie with a Chance of Meatballs, which was the feature-length debut of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. And number 3 is Megamind, which was kind of the twin movie to Despicable Me in 2010, both putting a goofy villain as their hero. Alright, that's it. Like always, comment below, let me know what you think about Despicable Me 3. And also, do you like the Minions? You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at TheJimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.